Welcome to the Time of Your Life with the Baltimore County Department of Aging. I'm your host, Ethel Rasmussen. As always, the Time of Your Life is about sharing resources for living your best life and dedicated to keeping you well informed about the programs and services that are exclusively designed for you. You can also connect with BCDA through the agency's multimedia platforms that include the agency's website, Facebook, the Time of Your Life, Flickr, YouTube, and Map, as well as an abundance of printed resources. For professionals, please consider viewing posts on LinkedIn for current programs and services to share with your clients, residents, or patients, as well as BCDA's professional educational opportunities. Connections to BCDA are stronger than ever, so please take advantage of the many options we offer. This edition of The Time of Your Life supports living a healthy, balanced life. Research has shown that living a balanced lifestyle is vitally important for your personal health and overall well-being. We all live in a fast-paced world that is further impacted by many of life's changes we experience as we age. You need to think about a balanced diet, wellness, fitness, mental health, and physical health. Then you have to address relationships, finances, stress, caregiving, and social life. There is a lot to balance. So the Baltimore County Department of Aging Initiative for 2024 will challenge everyone to discover the balance of optimal aging. What can be better than affordable travel opportunities? James Slone, Regional Manager for the Division of Senior Centers and Wellness Centers at the Baltimore Department of Aging, is on the show to share information about BCDA's travel opportunities available through our senior centers as well as senior box office. Later in the show, Kathleen Koenig-Stoffel, manager of the Caregiver Support Program, will enlighten us on the spring mini conference. Stay tuned to learn tips, tools, and resources on how caregivers can have balanced social lives. To start, March is National Nutrition Month, which is a perfect time for Anne-Marie Riehl, manager of the Nutrition Office at the Baltimore County Department of Aging, to share information about the Eating Together program and other important resources for having a healthy diet. Anne-Marie, welcome to the show. We are happy to have you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
March is National Nutrition Month, an annual campaign created by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. During the month of March, everyone is invited to learn about making informed food choices and developing balanced eating habits. Can you explain what the nutrition program here at BCDA offers the older adults of Baltimore County?
I sure can. So there are 34 nutrition sites spread around Baltimore County. They are housed at the senior centers as well as some housing sites and a community site. The sites do vary on what time they serve meal, if it's going to be around lunchtime or dinner time, and the menus vary as well.
You mentioned that the Eating Together program is meant to provide a nutritionally balanced meal while creating an environment for community and connection. Please tell us more about that.
Sure. When the Older Americans Act was established, the goal was to promote health, reduce isolation, and provide a nutritious meal in a congregate dining center. As older adults in the community come to these sites, they will often find opportunities to engage their mind and their body with activities and educational events to enjoy while they socialize.
Anne-Marie, enjoying a balanced meal at every age is important. What are some problems that may arise as we age due to lack of balanced diet, and what can a balanced diet look like for someone over 60?
So malnutrition is the issue that can most arise in older age. If we eat popcorn all day, that's not a balanced diet. We're not going to get the nutrients we need for a functioning, healthy body. The menu that we select with the Department of Aging reflects an average of 1/3 of the daily nutritional requirement. A poor diet can also lead to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and some cancers. A balanced diet for someone over the age of 60 would include a variety of foods from each food group, especially protein. Food selections should contain little sodium, little to no saturated fats, and little to no added sugar. These are some of the facts we cover in our nutrition education programs.
So for those interested, where and how can someone enjoy the benefits of the Eating Together program?
So all of the Baltimore County senior centers offer the Eating Together program, though the time and the days of the week may vary. Some of the senior housing apartments offer the Eating Together program, as well as the Islamic Society of Baltimore located in Catonsville, and they offer a halal menu. All of the locations can be found on our website.
I know our viewing audience would love to hear about the program's menu.
Of course, what we're eating is always the most important part. The menus do vary site to site, as each site gets to select their menu through a wide variety. But I can tell you one of the favorites this month is the meatloaf meal. And this month it does come with juice, mashed potatoes, peas, onions, cinnamon apples, whole grain bread, and milk. The chicken breast with gravy is another favorite every month, but this month that also comes with juice, whole grain macaroni and cheese, seasoned green beans, a corn muffin, apple slices, and milk. I would suggest looking at the menu for each site, but also the activities scheduled so you can combine your visit to the site with a program or a class. And you know we love to do celebrations, so there's always special meals around the celebrations that we have.
Those menus sound delicious. Are there any costs associated with this program?
So the Eating Together program is designed to include any older adult that can get to the site. The average cost of the meal is $6. However, we've established a system that allows the participant to make a voluntary, anonymous donation of any amount.
So how can interested viewers find out more about the Eating Together program?
There's some text on the screen for you to look at. You can check out in your local senior center, but also you can start with Maryland Access Point.
Thank you for shedding light on this wonderful resource. I'm inspired to create a better balance in my own diet.
It's fun to be here. I hope everyone is inspired to create a better balance in their diet.
We're going to take a short break, but first join approximately 8,000 mature adults who subscribe to BCDA's newspaper, The Time of Your Life Digest. Subscriptions are $5 annually for Baltimore County residents over 60 years of age and $7 for those under 60 who are Baltimore County residents or for those residing in other areas. For subscriber information, please call 410-887-3050 or email digest@baltimorecountymd.gov.
The cost of living keeps rising. Healthy food can be expensive. That can be a problem if you have a limited income. Poor nutrition can make chronic health problems worse or even increase your risk of falling. The Commodity Supplemental Food Program can help. Sometimes called the Senior Food Box, it provides a monthly delivery of items like milk, pasta, and canned meat. Wondering if you might qualify or not sure where to start? The National Council on Aging makes it easy. We help people like you find programs that can save you money. Visit benefitscheckup.org, a free, confidential site where you can learn more and get help. Qualifying for this program depends on your age and where you live. And that could be you. Find out today. Because we're on your side. Visit benefitscheckup.org to get started.
An important message from Medicare.
Fraudsters. They're out to get your Medicare number so they can bill fake claims and your good name. Don't give them that chance.
Just calling to confirm your Medicare number. You have your card available?
For example, the caller says they're from Medicare. Watch out. It's probably a scam. Don't give out your card number.
And always check your claim statements for errors.
Report fraudulent charges to 1-800-MEDICARE. Guard your card. Learn more at medicare.gov/fraud.
Senior Call Check is Maryland's free service providing an automated daily check-in call for residents 65 and older. Senior Call Check makes an automated call every day, and if there is no response, follows up to ensure that you or your loved one is okay. Call 1-866-50-CHECK or register online at aging.maryland.gov.
Welcome back to the Time of Your Life. I'm your host, Ethel Rasmussen. Up next, we have James Slone, Regional Manager for the Division of Senior Centers and Wellness Services here at the Baltimore County Department of Aging. James, thank you for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Good morning.
James, the Baltimore County Department of Aging sponsors Senior Box Office. Can you share more about this organization?
Sure. SBO is a volunteer program that offers free and discounted tickets to shows, theaters, concerts, and more throughout Maryland. Membership is only $25 for the year and is open to all Maryland seniors 55 years or older. As long as one household member is 55, you're eligible to join and take advantage of their discounts. And SBO also offers travel opportunities, and you do not have to be a member to take advantage of their trips.
So BCDA senior centers also provide many wonderful options, including affordable travel opportunities. Can you share information about travel offices?
Yeah, sure. All of our senior centers have a travel department, which is run by volunteers, and they offer day and overnight trips. The office hours differ for each center, so it's better to call the center or visit our website for their hours. As long as you're a member of one of our senior centers, you can travel with them. You can also travel with a guest that is under 60 but over 18 years of age. In regards to payments, deposit is usually acceptable for day and overnight trips, and multiple payments can be made up until the final payment due date. If you have a passion for traveling, consider volunteering in a travel office at a senior center, and often the trip planner goes on the trip at no cost.
That sounds exciting. BCDA's travel options are so diverse, something for everyone. Would you mind sharing a few of the trips currently scheduled as well as the center's name hosting the trip?
Absolutely. So there really are many wonderful trips planned for 2024. It really is hard to name just a few. So we really encourage you to go out and reach out to your senior center, join and check out. But to highlight a few, on Thursday, May 2nd, the Senior Box Office and Overly Senior Center are working together on planning a day trip to Springfest in Ocean City, Maryland. Or you can go to Sunfest in October with Seven Oaks Senior Center. Many of our centers are planning a trip to Sight and Sound, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, to see Daniel. Sight and Sound's brand new original stage production, and the trip includes a smorgasbord lunch, so that'll be fun. Edgemere Senior Center is going on Wednesday, May 8th. Parkville Senior Center is going on Tuesday, May 21st. Essex Senior Center is going on Wednesday, June 5th. Rosedale Senior Center is going on Thursday, June 20th. And the Senior Box Office is going on Thursday, July 25th. So many options to get up there to Pennsylvania. Edgemere Senior Center is also planning a trip to the popular Suicide Bridge restaurant in Hurlock, Maryland on Wednesday, July 10th. And Parkville is also going on August 1st. And this year, Jersey Boys is a popular show. Bicota is going on July 17th to the show in Columbia, Maryland, as well as Parkville on August 14th. A few centers are going to see Jersey Boys in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, such as Cockeysville on August 21st and Essex on September 11th. Seven Oaks on September 12th, and Eddie's has a trip planned to see them in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on October 8th. And to end 2024, Parkville Senior Center is taking a tour of the White House on Thursday, December 19th, and the cost is only $40.
Lots of exciting options. I understand that typically events and trips have a cost. Does SBO offer any free events?
So SBO researches events all over Maryland that are free or low cost, but you do need to be a member of SBO to learn about those free opportunities. They send out a quarterly brochure that lists many free and low cost events.
So earlier you mentioned that this is a volunteer-run organization. How can someone get information about becoming an SBO volunteer?
SBO is always looking for volunteers, and interested viewers can reach out to them directly by calling them at 410-887-5399. Or interested folks can go through our Retired Senior Volunteer Program, or RSVP for short, for placement. And they can be reached at 410-887-2715.
So where can viewers find out more about Senior Box Office or how to get in touch with a representative?
Yeah, great question. So you can visit SBO's website at www.seniorboxoffice, as one word, .org. So www.seniorboxoffice.org. And you can join SBO online through their website, and you will also find contact information there as well. You can also view all their upcoming trips for 2024. And as a reminder, you do not need to be a member of SBO to travel with them. And viewers can also visit the Senior Box office at the Old Lock Raven School at Glenkeith Boulevard on Thursdays.
Excellent. As the regional manager for our Senior Center Division of Wellness Services, I'd just like to take this opportunity to ask you to give an overview to our viewers of what is offered through the division.
So there's many great things that are offered through the division. We have a new Opal Center, which is our online learning opportunities. So we have a wide variety of online classes and learning opportunities. And in the senior centers, we have 20 senior centers around Baltimore County, so there's really no excuse that there's not one convenient to you. And they offer a wide variety of programs. Most of the senior centers have a fitness center. As mentioned, we have these wonderful travel opportunities, and you'll find a wide variety of classes and different activities and programs, ranging from health and wellness, exercise, all the way to discussion groups, arts and crafts, and a whole host of volunteer opportunities as well.
And let's not forget the pickleball, James, right?
And absolutely the pickleball, for sure. We have pickleball at centers across the county. Very in-demand program. So contact your local senior center to see what their options for that are as well.
I am constantly amazed at how much is offered in a senior center. So it's in your community. Stop in anytime, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The doors are always open.
Thank you for informing us on the great trips and events of SBO and telling us a little bit about senior centers. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Yes, before we go, I would like to remind anyone that signs up for overnight trips that trip insurance is highly recommended. You can purchase affordable trip insurance from any company that you like, but often the center you sign up with will provide a recommendation through the tour company they're using. Be sure to read the center's travel policies as well, too, and especially their cancellation policy when you sign up for a trip. And Ethel, thank you very much for having me on your show today. Appreciate it.
It was certainly our pleasure. We're going to take a short break. Please remember you can pick up the 2024 edition of Community Resources, a one-stop shop for resources for older adults and persons with disabilities at any senior center or public library in Baltimore County. Now, please stay tuned for information on the Caregiver Support Program Spring Mini Conference after a short break.
6 tips for long-distance caregiving. Anyone who is caring for a friend, relative, or parent from far away can be considered a long-distance caregiver. Long-distance caregiving can present unique challenges. Keep these tips in mind. Learn as much as you can about your loved one's health, treatments, and available caregiving resources. Organize important paperwork. Keep all vital information in one place and up to date, including healthcare documents, wills, and financial information. Make sure at least one caregiver has written permission to receive medical and financial information. Plan your visits. Find out in advance what the person would like to do. Aim for simple and relaxing activities. Stay connected. Schedule calls with healthcare providers and facility staff to discuss the person's well-being. Consider caregiver training. Medicare and Medicaid will sometimes cover the cost of this training. To learn more about long-distance caregiving, visit www.nia.nih.gov.
Things can happen in life that we have no control over.
Oh, what happened to the china?
I dropped it. It's my arthritis.
What are you taking for it?
The doctor gave me this.
That's pretty strong stuff.
Yes, but it works.
Has your doctor talked about other options to manage your pain?
Take the time to talk to your doctor about your pain medication. Be aware of the opioid crisis.
Doctor, we'd like to know more about this medication.
Take control of your health. Make your voice heard. For more information, visit stopoverdose.maryland.gov.
One scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
When the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when. Take control. 1. Assess your needs. 2. Make a plan. 3. Engage your support network. Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell.
In the U.S., more than 1/3 of all available food goes uneaten through loss or waste. Wasting food is a waste of money. An average family of 4 loses nearly $1,500 to uneaten food each year. But you can reduce food waste at home with these 4 easy steps. Plan ahead. Before you go to the grocery store or order online, make a list so you don't buy more than you need. Serve smart. Portion control is good for your waistline and good for reducing plate waste. Love your leftovers. Pack leftovers in small portions in shallow containers. Mark the contents and date, and refrigerate or freeze immediately. Compost, don't trash. Food in landfills produces harmful methane. You can recycle your food scraps in a home compost bin or at a local compost center. With every meal, you can save food, save money, and protect the environment. Learn more at this website.
Oh, careful, dear. Loose leaves and scarves can easily catch fire.
Oh, thanks, Mom. No, Dad, don't strain. Just put it in the burn pile here.
No, sweetheart. I don't want my pants to catch on fire. Fire should be contained and at a distance.
I'm just going to move this a little bit closer.
No. Space heaters need space.
The curtains could catch fire.
How do you know all this stuff?
Welcome back to The Time of Your Life. I'm your host, Ethel Rasmussen. In our final segment of the show, Kathleen Koenig-Stoffel, manager of the Caregiver Support Program at the Baltimore County Department of Aging, will be sharing information on the upcoming Spring Caregiver Conference. Kathleen, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ethel. I'm happy to be here.
Many people provide care for family and friends as informal caregivers, making caregiving a public health issue that affects the quality of life for millions of individuals in the United States. Kathleen, can you further explain what caregiving is, what it does involve, and who are caregivers?
Sure. Caregiving refers to the act of providing assistance and support to individuals who are unable to care for themselves fully due to age, illness, or disability. Caregivers often help with activities of daily living, or ADLs, such as bathing, toileting, or managing medications. They can also be taking individuals to the grocery store or making meals for them, as well as taking them to doctor's appointments. Many individuals find themselves caring for a spouse, a friend, a neighbor, a parent, after an illness or an accident or a chronic disease diagnosis. Many times the care recipients live alone, and caregiving takes place long distance, or it involves multiple caregivers. Caregivers can also be an older relative, such as a grandparent. Grandparents are vital in the role of taking care of grandchildren, but many times they become the primary caregiver for those children.
Why is it important to have programs like BCDA's Caregiver Support Program?
It is very important to have programs in place like the Caregiver Support Program because caregivers need a place to find support. Their lives can be overwhelming due to the stress of caregiving, and often caregivers need to leave their jobs in order to care for loved ones at home. The National Family Caregiver Support Program is in place, for it provides grants to states and territories to fund a variety of programs to support these family members and informal caregivers so that older adults can stay in their homes as long as possible. The program also supports older relatives, including parents, who care for children and adults age 18 to 59 with disabilities. The supports in place include counseling, information about available services, assistance to caregivers in gaining access to these services, and caregiver training. The program also helps caregivers apply for financial support through a stipend respite program, which allows the caregiver to get a break, or helps them obtain medical supplies not covered under insurance. Family caregivers present a unique needs and preferences for all types of programs and services, and we strive to provide these services within the community. In addition, the Dementia Friendly Baltimore County Initiative is housed under the Caregiver Support Program in order to support caregivers and those living with dementia.
The Caregiver Spring Mini Conference designed to provide family caregivers tips, tools, and resources to continue in their role providing the best care possible. What can our audience get excited to learn from the conference?
This year's spring conference will be held virtually on Thursday, May 9th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. It was formulated around the Department of Aging's initiative, Balance for Optimal Aging. We have a variety of speakers who are presenting on how to find balance in caregiving. Presentations include finding balance through a care plan, finding balance through fall prevention, and finding balance through brain health. We will be bringing back the Wheel of Names to select winners for gift cards generously donated by the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, Upsilon Epsilon Omega Chapter, who are frequent sponsors of the caregiving conferences.
I'm excited to attend. How can our audience register to join the conference?
Those interested in the conference can contact the Caregiver Support Program at 410-887-4724 or email us at caregivers@baltimorecountymd.gov. Our wonderful staff can then provide a link for registration, and once they're registered, they'll receive a link to join us online.
What other resources are available for caregivers residing in Baltimore County?
There are many other resources available for caregivers to access. One includes our quarterly Caregiver Connection newsletter, which can be viewed on the county's website or in paper form. Caregivers can subscribe to the newsletter and read helpful articles, as well as learn about our upcoming events and conferences. We also produce Parenting the Next Generation newsletter and a resource flyer of local organizations and support groups for caregivers. The BCDA has other wonderful supportive programs that caregivers may be eligible for, and this is discussed during our one-to-one consultation with our caregiver specialist. In addition, we host a variety of speakers who educate caregivers on topics such as communication tips, self-care tips, meal planning, estate planning, and managing grief, and so much more. We offer these programs in person as well as online. We're always looking to update our resources and provide better services to our caregivers, so we always encourage caregiver feedback.
How can those watching contact the Caregiver Support Program to learn more information?
Again, they can contact the Caregiver Support Program at 410-887-4724, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4, or by email caregivers@baltimorecountymd.gov. They can also visit us on the Baltimore County Department of Aging website and enter caregivers in the search bar.
Kathleen, thank you for joining us today. You have been great and provided valuable resources.
Thank you so much for having me, Ethel, and I look forward to hearing from all the caregivers out there because we are here for you.
That's today's show. Thank you for spending your time with us. Please remember you can call the Department of Aging's information line called Maryland Access Point of Baltimore County or MAP at 410-887-2594 with questions pertaining to older adults and persons with disabilities. This show may also be viewed anytime on the internet at www.baltimorecountymd.gov/videos with open captioning. That brings us to the conclusion of this edition of The Time of Your Life, a National Mature Media Award winner about the services and contemporary topics that keep you in the know. Until next time.